Mataji. Dhanavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining in and chanting so beautifully. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Valli from Naperville, Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Valli Mataji. Dhanavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for giving your association every single day. Welcome to the call.
Prabhuji is already there. Shall we get started?
Yeah, Mataji. I'm just waiting. It will be too early. That's why I was waiting. Now we can start. It's only 2
Sure,
minutes.
Mataji.
We can start. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 6th canto, 16th chapter, 38th verse. But the topic name is Nara-pashu to Krsnera kukkura. That is the topic name today, and the verse is 6th canto, 16th chapter, 38th verse. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining and giving your valuable time and association. If you give us a couple of minutes, Raj Prabhu would be introducing you. Raj Prabhu, over to you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dhanvat Pranam to you and all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Sanatana Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam to you. Thank you for coming, Prabhu. So, dear devotees, we have our very amazing speaker today with us. We all love Sanatana Prabhuji. He's a brahmachari from ISKCON Pune. Prabhuji is disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and has been practicing Krishna consciousness for about 20 years. Prabhuji is a B.Tech graduate from NIT Trichy and has worked as a senior manager with Tata Motors in the past. Prabhu currently serves as an area management and project development head for the Pune region. He is a counselor, youth and corporate preacher, congregation preacher, secretary at Voice Organization, and also a remote mentor for NVCC Pune Temple. Prabhuji knows and preaches in many languages, including English, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Bengali, Marathi, Telugu, and Japanese. And these are only a few services that we have mentioned about Prabhuji. And Prabhuji has so many services. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Over to you.
Yes, Prabhuji, please take over. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Every Acharya has a Mahavakya. Mahavakya means a great statement that they speak. Yes, our Shankaracharya said, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Yes. Then our Madhvacharya spoke about Dvaitavad. Similarly, what is Mahavakya of Prabhupada? The Mahavakya of Prabhupada is you can show your love for me by how you cooperate with one another. Similarly, Raj Prabhu said, all devotees love me so much. You can show your love for me by turning on your videos. Very nice. It'll be nice to turn on. Please. I understand some of you are engaged in your different kinds of worships. Navavida Bhakti is going on along with the Shravanam. That is also fine. But ultimately, Shravanam will go on with, there is Ikshanam. I get to see that how many devotees are there. There are no problem. You keep serving, but at least offer your some internet package to us so that I get inspired. So that's my humble request. With these words, I would like to begin. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhobhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam panghum langaite girim yatkripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna. Let's indeed a great occasion of joy and a great bliss for me, a blissful experience for me to come every time to serve all of you at this particular forum, Bhakti Sanjapa. But however, I expect one small request, that is to turn on videos if possible. I'll feel very happy. At least few more devotees can turn on. Some devotees have kept it on for me. Others also. Even I don't mind even seeing fan, tube light, cars on the road. Anything is okay, but just show something. Black boxes. The black Brahman is not attractive. Yes, thank you so much. Some devotees understood my feelings. Others are yet to understand, but I hope they will understand. Okay. So today we are going to be discussing something very interesting. Of course, Bhagavatam is very interesting. Bhagavatam is very relishing. Bhagavatam is very nourishing. There are all the different qualities. Tat kathasu mahat punyam dhanyam swastyayanam mahat. So Bhagavatam has like these beautiful qualities that it is nourishing, it is inspiring, it is very, very sweet. Correct? So that can be tasted very wonderfully in association of devotees. So let me feel that I'm having association of all wonderful Vaishnavas. So without further ado, we go to this particular shloka, which is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 16, entitled King Chitraketu meets the Supreme Lord. Hari Bol, what a title. Even we meet the Supreme Lord, right? We're supposed to meet the Supreme Lord every day. Now we may say, Darshanarthi? Yeah, Darshanarthi, that's true, but chanting, that's what we are doing. So how exactly do we develop the right conception of chanting? We'll definitely have the good conception when we are resolute in understanding this, that we are having a meeting with the Supreme Lord. So what are you doing for 2 hours every day? Oh, we are having a personal meeting with the Supreme Lord. That is the great opportunity provided to us. So what King Chitraketu is experiencing here is an opportunity given by Sri Guru and Gauranga for all of us to have every day at least for 2 hours. At least 2 hours. Prabhupada said at minimum 16 rounds. Right? So at least 2 hours it should take for all of us to complete. That's our meeting with the Supreme Lord. So let us go ahead with this particular shloka. Vishaya Nara-pashu ya upasate vibhutirna param tvam ashisha isha tadanu vishayanti yatha rajakulam. Can someone help me out with the translation?
Hare
Oh
Krishna.
Lord,
Lord.
O supreme unintelligent persons who thirst for sense enjoyment and who worship various demigods are no better than animals in the human form of life. Because of their animalistic propensities, they fail to worship your lordship, and instead they worship the insignificant demigods who are but small sparks of your glory. With the destruction of the entire universe, including the demigod, the benedictions received from the demigods also vanish, just like the nobility when a king is no longer in power.
Thank you. Vishaya Trishta. Vishaya Trishta means one who is completely eager and thirsty for sense gratification. Vishaya Trishta. This is that particular quality which people have. So such people are called as Nara-pashu. Nara, yes, they are called as Nara, which means they have a body of a human being, but in actual reality, they are Pashava. They are animals. So we're going to see ahead in the purport also that there are two things which are very important. One is called as Kriti, as a second is called as Akriti. Yes. Now, if you look at a dog has a particular form, right? We all know what kind of form does a dog have. And well, with that particular form, the dog does particular activity. What does a dog do? What are the different activities of dog? Yes, some of you are very eagerly saying barking, Prabhuji, barking.
Barking.
Yes, barking, sniffing, smelling, fetching. People use dogs for different purposes. So that is the kriti of a dog. So there is an akriti, there is a form of dog, and the kriti, the activities of dog are barking, smelling, sniffing, and etc. All these things. Okay. Similarly, there is donkey. Yes, so there's a particular form of a donkey. You see a donkey, you recognize. Yes, yes, that's a donkey. Very good. So donkey has a akriti, a particular form. Then what are the kritis of a donkey? What are the different activities? Some are saying, Prabhuji, lifting the clothes of the washerman. There's a famous saying in India, dhobi ka kutta. Yes, dhobi is the washerman, and dhobi ka kutta bhi hai, dhobi ka gada bhi hai. Yes, okay, not same, just not barking. Okay. Okay. Donkey does kicking. Yes, donkey kicks, and donkey also lifts the load unnecessarily, works too hard, and many things. Okay, etc. Braying. Donkey doesn't bark, it brays. Correct? Hee haw, hee haw, hee haw. To the sound we understand. So that is the kriti of a donkey. Now, similarly, what all of us have in common, all of us, including the 7 billion population, is the akriti of a human being. So that is Nara. So Nara is Akriti, but the Shastras tell very clearly, it is not just sufficient to have an Akriti of a human being. A person is supposed to even have the Kriti of a human being, the activities of a human being. So unless one is performing the Kriti of Nara, such a person is not called Nara, is called Nara-pashu. Yes. So Vishaya Trishtaha. Why does one perform animalistic activities? Vishaya Trishta. One has this thirst for sense gratification. It's a beautiful shloka to discuss actually. Before we go to Vishaya Trishta, Nara-pashu. Who is a Nara-pashu? Who is a human being having a kriti of an animal, Pashava, and akriti of a human being, Nara. Yes, which means one has a form of a human being, but is performing all the activities of the animals. Who is he? Vishaya Trishta. Person who is thirsty for sense gratification. Thirsty. Anybody did Nirjala yesterday? Ekadashi? No? I normally do. I do
Vinita,
that. Okay. She's saying no. She didn't. Anyways. Some of you do. Okay. Pandav Nirjal, Ekadashi. You did Nirjala? Come on, Bhimsen did it. He's giving us inspiration. Bhima is inspiring us. Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi. How many of us could do Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi? No, if you're not, don't worry. It's not a big crime, but just asking. Okay. One. Only two. Okay. No problem. It's all right. There must be some personal reasons. But normally, yeah, Raj Prabhu has done, Siromani Nandrani Mataji has done. Okay, all of you have been doing. So then next day, so that whole day we are we have somehow been very Krishna conscious, but the very next day, our tongue, our lips are actually wanting something. What is that? Some water. Because when you fast, even from water, Nirjala, the tongue becomes very bitter, the belly contracts and all these things, and people are just looking for water. When is water? And that is that thirst which is developed. Just like we get thirsty for water, similarly, there are people who are thirsty for sense gratification. They're just looking for sense gratification, nothing else. But ideally, we're supposed to be thirsty for Krishna. We're supposed to be thirsty for Krishna Katha. Yes, Krishna Katha. Chutam Hari Katamratam. What does Parikshit Maharaj tell? Parikshit Maharaj tells Shukadev Goswami a beautiful shloka. I will show you all. Yeah. Parikshit was asked a question. My dear Parikshit, aren't you feeling hungry or at least thirsty? What about sleep? What he's saying here? Naishati dukkha sahakshunma tyaktodam apibadate pibantvam tvanmukam chutam harikathamritam. The shut, pipasa, these are all the different things. Like a person, aren't you hungry? No. Naisha ati dussaha. I'm not feeling so much like tolerating my hunger or my thirst. No. Tyakta udam apibadate. Yes, I've even given up. I've given up my hunger. Tyakta. I've given up even udam. That's water. Apibadate. Does not hinder. This does not hinder me. Why? Because I'm drinking. Pibantam. What are you drinking? Tvanmukhamboja. From your lotus mouth, chutam. Something is falling. Special drink. What's that beverage? Harikathamritam. This Harikatha I'm drinking. Correct? So we are supposed to be thirsty for this Harikatha. So a person who has not developed thirst for this Harikatha will definitely have this thirst for this Vishaya Trishta. And if you have Vishaya Trishta, you become Nara-pashu. Just today morning I was contemplating, I should have changed this class title a little bit. So from Nara-pashu to Narottam Das. Yeah, Narottam is the Supreme Lord, to Narottam Das. Nara-pashu to Narottam Das. That's the progress that we're supposed to make. And when will that happen? When we are drinking this. Chutam Harikatamratam. That should be there. Okay. Next. So when one is thirsty for this material desires, Kankshata Karmanam Siddhim Yajante Iha Devata Shipram Hi Manushe Loke Siddhir Bhavati Karmaja. So the Bhagavad Gita 4.12 says that a person, if he's thirsty for sense gratification, one tends to approach the demigods. Yes? Because one knows that if I go to Krishna, Krishna will purify my heart. And then there won't be thirst. That's a problem. So many people don't come and join the Hare Krishna movement. Why? Because they have a lot of desire to enjoy. And they're super confident. They have more confidence than even devotees who are chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna every day, that our heart will be purified if we chant this mantra. That's why we don't want to come. Because we come here, definitely our hearts are going to be transformed. Our material desires will be destroyed. Yes, all these things are going to happen to all of us. That's why we don't want to come. Yes, if I see the form of Lord, I am not come to temple. No. I come and see the form of Lord, I'm going to lose all attraction for the opposite sex. I'm not going to come. I know if I come and eat prasadam at your place, then there is some special medicine that is mixed there, which is going to change my hairstyle automatically. Yes, that's what happens. Some medicine is there by which the hairstyle becomes like this, except for this place. There is no hair anywhere else. So I'm not going to take the prasad. So people have so much faith. Sometimes people outside have more faith than even devotees. If we come here, we'll be purified. We are better off being purified by the material nature than becoming purified in devotee sangha. Right? Ya upasate vibhutir. So what these people do, Vishatrishta, ya upas, they worship whom? Vibhuti. Now here, this word vibhuti, normally when you talk about vibhuti, it's the opulence of Krishna. Correct? Krishna vibhuti. Where is Krishna's opulence described in elaboration? 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Adityanamaham Vishnum Jyotisam Raviram Suman Marichirmarutatmasmi Nakshatranamaham Shashi. So like that, different shlokas are coming. So many wonderful shlokas come. Ashvattas sarva vrikshanam devarshina Gandharvanam chittaratam siddhanam kapilo munihi. Like many verses come one after the other where Krishna describes his 81 opulences. Vibhuti. That's called as Krishna Vibhuti Yoga. Krishna Vibhuti Yoga iti nama Dashamodhyayah. We sing that. Right? So these are all different 81 Vibhutis of Krishna. 81 are mentioned, then Krishna says, please, Yadyad Vibhuti Matsatam. You see some other Vibhuti other than this 81, know it to be the spark of my splendor. Yadyad Vibhuti Matsatvam Srimad Urjitamevava Tattadeva Vagachatvam Mama Tejom Shasambhavam. So here what Vibhuti is being spoken? Here the Vibhuti spoken are simple, tiny speck of dust particles of Krishna, the demigods. So these people, they approach the demigods. And na param tvam, but they don't approach you, my Lord. You are the supreme. They're not approaching you. But these people approach demigods. Yes, who are nothing but your tiny, puny servants. Tesham ashisha isha, yeah, they may end up getting some ashish. Ashish is their benediction. Yeah, they may get some benediction, O Lord, from them, but tad anu vinashyanti yatha rajakulam. Just as a king who is no more a king, yeah, or a king who has been dethroned, or a king who has been exiled, a king who is no longer in power. Just like this, tad anu vinashyanti. All these blessings given by these demigods, they're all destroyed, completely destroyed. Yeah, they're destroyed. They don't remain. Okay, let me ask all of you a question. Did Hiranyakashipu have a very famous sister? You all can turn on your videos and also respond. I'll be happy. I know lip reading. So if you turn on videos and if you speak, I can see everything. So Hiranyakashipu had a sister? Yes. What's her name? Anybody? We
Krishna
celebrate a
Guruji.
very famous
Holika, I
festival.
believe.
Holika,
Yes, her name is
Holika.
Holika. Holika is her name. Holika, famous sister. And what benediction did Holika have? She had some blessing, special benediction.
Yes, she cannot be burned by fire, right?
She cannot be burned by fire. And she got it from some demigod. Some may say Brahma, some may say Shiva, some may say Agni, whatever. Some demigod gave her. the blessing. This you agree? She was not a devotee of Lord. She didn't go to Krishna and get this benediction. So some devotee gave, some demigod gave her this particular benediction. Now please tell me, who, how did Holika die?
With fire.
See? She died in fire only. What happened to that blessing? Nobody asked this question. And still people have faith in the demigods and they go for demigod worship. It didn't work. It simply didn't work. Correct? Now, if you look at some more great personalities who did a lot of austerities and gymnastics who to worship and please the demigods. Anybody? Examples?
Even that Bhasmasur, right?
Prabhuji,
Ravan.
Ravan engaged for so many millenniums together. For what purpose? Yes? You leave Ravan. First we'll discuss Kumbhakaran. That guy is the most unfortunate fellow. He did so much of tapasya for so long. And when he was about to ask a benediction, he said, I want to sleep. And tatastu, finished. And no undo option. Somehow in this system of demigods, there is no undo option. There is no mercy option. That guy went off to sleep. He could only get up to eat for some time, then again go off to sleep. Hare Krishna. But even in that particular time, see, what is his bad luck? He is the brother of Ravana. And when he gets up to eat something, that time Ravana engages him to kill the demigods. Hey, you go beat that guy, beat this fellow and come. And his elder brother, he cannot, avoid his instruction. I got up to eat something, chalo, go eat the demigods. Nothing. I wanted some nice food. No, go, eat the demigods. Go there. Eat some human beings and come. Eat some brahmanas. Go. So he used to give him service. You're sleeping so long, now go do some service for me. Like that. Very unfortunate. Even Ravana. He made everything systematically except that he forgot a human being. Because he never thought, just like we can never even imagine that an ant can kill us. We can't even imagine. That never crosses our mind, that thought. So similarly, it never crossed the minds of Ravana that I will ever be killed by human being. What is this? And he got killed. Hiranyakashipu. Oh, he tried his level best to become practically immortal. Practical sense. I'm going to be immortal. So nice. He thought that he is intelligent. Very intelligent. But he needs to understand that in this creation, there's always somebody better than you. And the best personality is the Supreme Lord. So he kept all the conditions and yet defeated Hiranyakashipu. He killed him. So all the blessings, everything get destroyed. The demigods' blessings get destroyed because the demigods themselves get destroyed. Now, for example, the demigods are compared here to be a political figure. For example, imagine there's a political party. In that political party, somebody has got the favor of the political leader, the leader of the party. And he says, okay, don't worry. Any problem, please call me. He says, sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We'll always come to you. Okay. Very nice. And you keep pay. Some people even pay them money. Please take this as gift. Good luck. Our good wishes. Please keep taking. And that fellow says, yes. All right. No problem. Any problem, you call me. And that guy is there. But the next elections, that guy loses. He's lost the election. Now, is there any use? Is there any use of you going to that person? No. So what all protection that person was giving you, what all assurances that person was giving you, is all gone in vain. And if he's done some favor for you in the past, the new political party that come, they can undo it. And then you are back to square one. And your entire money and all what you've been driving this fellow is finished. It's over. It's all done. Correct? So that is why the blessings of demigods, because the demigods also have a particular term to serve. They also serve for 71 Divya Yugas. That is that period of one Manvantra. But as soon as the Manvantra changes, the demigods, the entire batch of demigods, they are told, thank you, Prabhus, for your service. Hare Krishna. Please proceed and continue your karmas. And others, Indra, thank you so much for your wonderful service of leadership. Next. Yes, sir, please, I want to continue one more term. Sorry, your punya is finished. Shine punya marte lokam vishanti. This is equally applicable for all the demigods. It's not just for the human beings who go there and stay and dwell for some time. It's equally applicable for the demigods. You finished? Come on, step down now. It's over. It's all done. So this is what we see. Let's go to the purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Bhagavad Gita 7.20 says kamais taste hritagnyana prapadyante anya devataha. Those whose minds are distorted by material desires surrender unto the demigods. Similarly, this verse condemns the worship of demigods. We may show our respect to the demigods, but the demigods are not worshipable. The intelligence of those who worship the demigods is lost, hritagnyanaha, because these worshippers do not know that when the entire material manifestation, cosmic manifestation is annihilated, the demigods, who are the departmental heads of that manifestation, will be vanquished. Okay, before proceeding ahead, I would like to ask all of you a question. What all you know about demigods? Now, one thing that Prabhupada is mentioning here, who are demigods? One thing Prabhupada is writing, the administrative heads in the universal management. The management of universal affairs, the different administrative heads are demigods. What else do we hear of demigods? Anything else we hear of them? Who are they?
They are appointed by the Lord, Supreme Lord.
Oh, very nice, Dr. Prabhu. Thank you. They're appointed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord has appointed them. Okay.
Yeah.
They got appointment letter directly from the head office. Okay.
And also, my perspective is that approaching demigod is not wrong if we think of approaching the Supreme God. For example, if you want to meet Chief Minister, you don't get appointment directly to Chief Minister. You have to go through a secretary or something like that. Similar to like this, you can use the demigods to reach our Supreme Lord. This is
We'll
my
discuss that. We'll discuss. Let's see. We'll discuss. How valid is that? We'll discuss.
Hare
Different
Krishna,
departmental
Prabhu.
heads. Oh, yes, please.
One of the point Srila Prabhupada always makes is that, and we understand, is that these positions of the demigods are all like, they are the positions and they are the roles played by different, elevated personalities, and they change. I mean, it's on rotation basis. So,
Yeah.
like, for example, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, all of them.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I mean, they're all positions.
Yes, exactly.
So, that's one thing I understand, Prabhuji.
Even up
Thank
till
you.
the post, Brahma is also a post.
Yes.
The greatest
Absolutely.
personality. Brahma means great.
Yeah.
The greatest personality in this
Excepting
Brahmanda.
Vishnu
Also
Tattvas and Lord Shiva, rest of them are all like the positions.
yes.
I mean, right, Prabhuji?
Yes, you're right.
Hare Krishna.
And even Shakti, Prakriti, Maya Devi.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
And also that the demigods are devotees of the Lord, Prabhuji.
Yes. Vishnu Bhakta Smruto Devaha Asurastad Viparyeha. I was wanting this answer. I was looking for this. Haribo. So Vishnu Bhakta Smritaha Deva. Deva means a Vishnu Bhakta. And Asura is opposite of that. Tad Viparyayat. So that's what Prabhupada said of a demigod. And of course, as the Mataji just said before this, that they're very elevated souls. That's fact. Once what happened, Srila Prabhupada was there with his disciple, and one disciple was looking at a snail. How many of you seen a snail? Snail with a shell. Especially now it's a rainy season in India. We get to see a lot of snails. What they do, they move slowly. Snail pace, we call it. Very slowly they're moving. And one disciple was looking at the snail in disgust. He was in a very disgusting way looking at the snail and was telling and went and told Prabhupada, why did Krishna create such a creature like this? As insignificant and abominable like the snail. And Srila Prabhupada closed his eyes, smiled, and he said, that is what the demigods are thinking about you. Even the demigods are thinking the same thing about you. They are beings from the higher planet who are looking at you and thinking the same thing. So they are quite elevated beings on the top, right? So they are Vishnu Bhaktas, they are administrative heads, and every point of time, these two people always be there. They remain. Dvaimo sarga lokesmin deva asura evacha. Vishnu Bhakta smrito deva asurastad viparya. So devas are there. There are many devata, 33 koti, the 33 types of demigods. They always are there. What are the 33 types of demigods? There are 11 types of Rudras. Yes, 11 Rudras who engage in the process of destruction of this, in the annihilation. They come. They play a very great role. Okay, I'll just write. I request people, devotees, not to scribble anything. 11 Rudras. Then there are Dwadasha Adityas in this particular kalpa. These are the Aditi Putras. They are also the types of demigods. Then there are 8 Vasus. This is especially for this particular kalpa, this particular Manvantra. Yes. So how many over done? 2031. And sometimes it is said, now this other 2 number, I have heard 2 versions. One thing is Brahma and one is Prajapati. I have heard this. I have also heard there are 2 Ashwini Kumaras. So both are correct. It's okay. Whichever way, there are 33 types of demigods who are serving. They are mentioned. And there are many. Numbers are countless. Some say 30 is koti. There are 33 crore demigod. That is also right. 33 types is right. The number is also right. There are so many. So these are the broad classifications. And under them, they have so many. Many of them are there. Correct? So even if you say Rudras, there are many. If you read the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Brahma, he empowers Rudra. So that time he produces so many, Rudra produces so many Rudras like him. And they all start burning. From the eyes, they were burning the entire universe. So Brahmaji told, please take all your associates. You please go and do some penance. Right? So many are there. There are so many. 33 crores, they say. Right? So they are the demigods. Correct? Demigods. And if you see, Dva Ivo Sarga Lokes mean Devas. These 2 personalities, Devata and Asuras, will always remain. Deva is Vishnu Bhakta. And Asura, what is the meaning of this Asura? Asu means immediately. Ra means Raman, to enjoy. So person who wants to have instant enjoyment and instant gratification is called an Asura. Asuraman. So in the Satyuga, if you see, the Devata and Asur are on 2 different planetary systems. Yeah, they have different planetary systems. In Treta Yuga, the demigods and the Asuras, they come on the same planet. Deva and Asuras. In Dwapar Yuga, Deva and Asuras come in the same family. Pandav, Kaurav. And what about Kali Yuga? Any guesses? Can anyone take a guess? What happens in the age of Kali?
In the same body, Prabhu.
So we have the Devi Sampat and the Asura Sampat. So Krishna mentions about this in the 16th chapter, divine and demoniac natures. So there is Devi Sampat, Asura Sampat in all of us. Both are there. Now let's come back to this point of who goes to demigods. Now you may say, Prabhuji, we took examples of Kumbhakaran and Ravan and this Vrikasur, Bhasmasur, so many Asurs. We took their examples. But even today, Prabhuji, we find some people who are not exactly Asuras, but they go to demigods and they worship. What about such people? We need to understand this very clearly. This was Kama is taste rita jnana. As soon as one develops this thirst for Vishya Trishna that we were seeing, then automatically all the demoniac propensities will arise in that person. Yes. Yes. Because what happens? What is Kama? Sense gratification is Kama. When Kama is satisfied, it becomes greed, Lobha. When Lobha is further satisfied, it becomes Damba, Mada, that is pride. Correct? It becomes pride. And what if Kama is not satisfied? If Kama is not satisfied, it becomes Krodha. One becomes very angry. And what happens after anger? Krodhat bhavati sammoha. After anger, one becomes illusioned. One is completely under illusion. Yes? And one always has the state of existence as envy. So you find that this is all complete package. All the anarthas come as a particular complete package. You don't get one by one. They come in wholesale in all living entities. So they are always there. So, but what mainly started? Why did we got engulfed by these anarthas? That's mainly because we forgot Krishna. Janasya Krishnad vimukhasya devad adharmashilasya sudukkitasya anugrahaya charanti nonam bhutani bhavyani janardasya. So the moment we develop this material, our mind is distorted with this material desires. Yes, these demoniac propensities, they arise. And such a person becomes a demon. See, you look at Kamsa, what a gentleman he was. If you just read the Bhagavatam, how carefully he was escorting his sister and his newly wedded sister and his brother-in-law to their house. He said, come on, driver, take a day off. I'm the king of Bhoj dynasty, but I wish to personally escort my sister, my beloved sister, my younger sister. I want to take her. So much of love, so much of affection. And people are saying, wow, wish even I had a brother like this, who's so very caring. And what happens? There's an announcement that is made. Some say it is Brahma. Yes, Acharya says it was Brahma who made an announcement that you foolish Kansa, you're escorting your sister Devaki, and it is this sister Devaki's son, eighth son, who's going to destroy you. That's it. And immediately we see there's a paradigm shift. Yes, a 180-degree paradigm shift, and this guy whose sister he was holding and he was escorting her, he takes a sword, he catches the hair of his sister, is about to slit her throat. Correct? As soon as one's sense gratification is hampered, the demoniac propensities come out. Correct? Till that time, Kamsa was a very good gentleman. So Acharyas compare Kamsa to be like a tiger. A tiger. Why is he compared to a tiger? This analogy is very nice analogy. This is compared to a tiger because a tiger does not go for hunting when it is not hungry. Tiger goes out on hunting only when the tiger is hungry. Correct? So now tiger may be there around and there may be some very nice deers and animals playing around it. And you may see the tiger just lying down there, not doing anything. Does it mean that tiger's heart is transformed? Oh, tiger Prabhu has become a devotee, Hare Krishna devotee. Now he only takes Krishna Prasad. He's not going to take anything else. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. The tiger is not hungry. And when the tiger is not hungry, that time even tiger behaves like a very gentle animal, a very, very soft-hearted animal, a very tender and innocent animal. Yes. So we need to understand this very clearly, that even the demons are like that. They're like that. That means at regular times, they're all very gentlemanly personalities. But as soon as their sense gratification is hampered, that is the test of a devotee and a demon. And this is why Srila Prabhupada said that my devotees are perfect gentlemen and gentlewomen. Yes, they will pass the test. That's why he said perfect gentlemen. On the other hand, if you see the demons, they become mental men. And what are all the different benedictions for which people go to the demigods? Just see the Bhagavatam. If you see Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam offers a list, a huge list of different enjoyment that one gets from all the demigods. And this is the reason for which people approach the demigods. They're going to the demigods because they have a list of things to fulfill. What is that? It is said that somebody who wants to be absorbed in impersonal Brahman, he goes to Brahaspati or Brahma. One wants to become powerful in sex life, one goes to Indra. One who desires a good, nice child, he worships the Prajapatis. One who desires good fortune, material fortune, worships Durga Devi. One who desires to become very powerful and influential, he worships Agni Dev. One who aspires for money, material wealth, he goes to the Vasus, Ashta Vasus. Yes, one wants to become a great hero, heroic personality. One goes and worships the Rudras. One wants unlimited stock of grains. Yes, then one goes to Aditi Devi, the mother of sky. Yes, and one who desires to attain the heavenly kingdom worships the son of Aditi, the Adityas. One who desires worldly kingdom worships the Vishwadeva. Yes, one who wants to become popular and get a lot of likes and shares and followers on Insta goes to Sadhya Devatas. One who desires to have a long span of life, even like demigods, they go to Ashwini Kumaras. One who wants a strong built body, they worship the earth. And that's why we find that in India, there are pehlwans, wrestlers. How many of you seen wrestlers in India? Okay, wrestlers on TV, WWE, WWF, that's different. But I'm talking about wrestlers in India who do this kushti. Seen that? I guess there's no one with me. Everyone's gone. They left me and went. Devotees, I'm feeling very sad. I'm missing you all. Please turn on your videos. Yeah, good. You're all there. Some of them are putting their hands up. Prabhu, we are there. Please don't ask more than this. This is the best we can give you. A high five. Anyways, one who wants stability in post. Yes, he goes to the horizons. One who wants to become beautiful worships the Gandharvas. One who desires a good wife worships Apsaras, especially Urvashi. One who desires to dominate over others, person worships the head of the universe, Brahma. Yes, one who wants a good bank balance worships Varuna. One decides to be greatly learned, one goes to Shankar, Shiva. And one who wants very good marital relationship, he goes to Uma, the wife of Shiva. So like this different list of demigods is mentioned. So this list comes where, Prabhuji? This list comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, this is there in the Srimad Bhagavatam. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 3rd chapter, 2nd verse to 7th verse. And after mentioning all this list, someone may wonder, I think Sukadeva Goswami has changed his mind. He was about to explain devotional service. Now he has changed his mind. No, but then after mentioning the list, he says that all these people who are going here are nothing but less intelligent. They are less alpa buddhi people, less intelligent people. Then who is nicely intelligent? A nicely intelligent people is one who performs pure devotional service. Where to go for bhakti? You should go to the Vaishnavas. You go to the Vaishnavas for bhakti. You don't get bhakti from Bhagavan. You get bhakti from Vaishnavas. Many of us would have gone to different holy places, different holy temples, Tirupati Balaji, Natha Dwara, yes, Rishikesh, Haridwar, Srirangam, many temples. But we didn't develop bhakti there. We developed bhakti when a Hare Krishna devotee came and spoke to us. Just today I had a call from a devotee from Houston. He wanted to talk to me. So I was talking to him. And I said, Prabhu, how did you come to bhakti? I said, Prabhu, I had visited all holy places. I was in India. And in India, I visited holy places, but I had no feelings for Krishna. I had no feelings. I have no knowledge of spirituality. I used to just go as an empty ritual to all temples. But in Houston, I met a Vaishnava. And this Vaishnava shook hands with me. That one handshake changed my entire palm. My palmistry changed just by that handshake of a Vaishnava. And from that time, I'm only an aspirant of pure devotional service. Yes, I just want pure devotional service and I want to serve Srila Prabhupada. And thus, what field I like the most, he was telling, is to give value education classes to the children. Yes, there are Prabhujis also who take value education classes to children. And that's the service he's been doing for the last 10 years. 10 years he's giving value education for children. He's saying, this is the service I connect with the most and I've been doing this. That's the service I want to do for Prabhupada. Investing in, because Prabhupada said you invest in kids. Of today, you're investing in the future of ISKCON. Yes, we're all ISKCON members. We're all one family. So he's doing the very great thankless task that way. Right? So what changed? What changed was that one handshake. And once devotees catch the hand, they don't leave it. In Hindi, there's a saying that goes that ungli dikhawte hain to haath nahi pakadte. Which means if somebody is giving you a finger, don't hold that, then to grab the hand. But devotees are great opportunists. They don't leave no stone unturned in actually pulling a person closer to the lotus feet of the Lordships. So somebody even shows a finger to a devotee is going to grab the entire body and pull them and bring them to Krishna consciousness. Yes. So this is it. So it was very clearly told that it is generally the demons, demoniac people, Bhagavatam also. Then who is an intelligent person? Less intelligent person is the one who goes to demigods. Who is the more intelligent person or the most intelligent person? Then comes the shloka, akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. That is when it is said that a person who is really very intelligent, that person, no matter akama, he has no material desires. Sarva kama, he has all material desires. Moksha kama, he wants liberation, no issues. But such a person performs intense devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no matter what. He renders intense devotional service. Correct? Tivrena bhakti yogena. No matter what. So that is the path that intelligent people follow. Correct? Alright. Now let's understand something of the demigods from 7th chapter and come back to the purport, if you're all okay. So 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita mentions something very nice. So okay. So 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita teaches initially about the energies of Lord. Correct? They teach about energy of Lord. And then 14th onwards, sloka number 14, it teaches the different types of surrender. Correct? 15 onwards. 14 Maya is introduced. And 15, who those guys who are under Maya are introduced. So 15 shloka says, Namam dushkritino mudha prapadyante naradama Maya apaharta jnana asurim bhava mashrita. So there are 4 kinds of guys who don't surrender to Krishna. Who are they? Dushkritina. These are the 4 miscreants. One, fools. Foolish people. Foolish means they don't know shastras. They don't know goal of life. They think they are this body. Prapadyante naradama. Naradama means the worst of the human beings. Nara-adama. Who are also like, Muda is Nara-pashu. Naradamas, Prabhupada mentions, are those people who have opportunity to perform bhakti. They have knowledge, but they don't do. Maya aparta jnana are those people who are indulging in various sense gratificatory pursuits themselves and even encouraging others to do sense gratification. So Maya is using them as an instrument, Maya Chela or Kalir Chela, to do something very wonderful in material world to keep people away from Krishna. They are the scientists. And Asurim Bhava Mashrita. Now Asurim Bhava is that particular place where one adamantly head-on challenges the Supreme Lord's authority. Just like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. And there are people here today also. They do mass propaganda and head-on challenge the Supreme Lord. There is no God. Such propaganda they do. They are Asurim Bhava Mashrita. So these are the people, 4 types of people don't surrender. Then we see 4 kinds of people who do surrender. Excuse me. Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukritinarjuna. Artho jignasur artharti jnani cha bharatarshava. Correct? So these are the 4 kinds of people who surrender. Who are they? They are Sukritina. They are pious beings. Artho. They are in distress. Just like Gajendra was in distress, he surrendered to Lord. Jignasur. Jignasur is person who has some inquiries. So they come and surrender to Lord or to devotees. They are the Shaunakadi rishis. Then Artharti. Artharti is a person who wants material wealth or material position. Dhruv Maharaj is an example of that. And Jnani. Jnani means he wants to achieve the absolute truth. They are the 4 Kumaras. They surrender. Then Krishna mentions in 17th that how out of all this, Jnani is very special. Tesham Jnani Nitya Yukta Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate. Yes. Amongst them, the Jnani who is performing bhakti is very special. And such a Jnani is as good as me. Aham Sacha Mama Priya. Then what about a Bhakta? So Acharya says Bhakta is better than Lord. That is the position of Bhakta. Udara sarve evete. All these guys are great souls, magnanimous souls. Jnani tu atmaiva me matam. I consider Jnani to be myself. Astita sahi ukta atma mahavevanuttamam gatim. So if he is properly engaged, he achieves me in the end. But it takes a lot of time. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan man prapadyate. Vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. Why it takes a lot of time? It takes a lot of time because he is speculating. That's like for example, you are at your home and you want to go to your nearest ISKCON temple. Yes. What do? If you want to go to your nearest ISKCON temple, what's the easy way to do today? You're living in 2023. What do you do? If you don't know where is this ISKCON temple?
Search in Google.
Yes,
Google Maps.
Google Maps, Google Earth. So we'll go and do. Now, Google Map is Shastra. Or if there is no Google Map, so there's no range coming, what you do? There are no Shastra, no scriptures, no Prabhupada books right now with you. What you do?
We'll
Ask Vaishnava. That is asking devotees, Sadharma Pricha. You ask devotees say, okay, Prabhu, from here go straight road, then take the 3rd exit on the ring road, keep going ahead, and so many things they will tell you. And about 25-30 minutes, you're going to reach your destination. But Jnani is a person who will neither refer to Shastra, he will neither refer to the Bhakta. He will say, I'll find out the temple on my own. So he starts searching. Is this ISKCON temple? Is this ISKCON temple? Is this ISKCON temple? Is this ISKCON temple? Then what happens? Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan prapadyate. It takes a lot of time. Naiti. He goes there, not this. No, this is also not. No, this is also not. This is also not. And one fine day, they reach. He may not. Such a person is very fortunate if he reaches. Then Krishna in the 7th chapter mentions about those who don't surrender. It's not that they don't surrender. It's not that they surrender also. But they surrender to the parts of Lord. That particular topic is mentioned. That is the Devatas. This particular verse. Kama istaste rita jnana prapadyante devata tam niyamamastaya prakritya niyata swaya. So these people are the ones who are approaching the demigods because of the lusty desires and the heart. But now you need to understand this particular thing. We all need to understand. Yo yam tanum bhaktah shraddhaya architumichhati tasya chalam shraddha tam eva vidadamyaham. You go to a particular person only when you have a faith. And basis on what type of faith you have. Yes, Krishna says that I am the one. Yes, I am the one who, as soon as somebody develops a particular faith in a demigod, I make that faith steady in that particular demigod and I inspire that person. Please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead and worship the demigod, that particular deity. So the faith in the demigod is also given by Lord, number one. So it's Krishna who gives the faith in the demigod. Number two, Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktas Tasyaradhanam Ihate Labante cha tatak kaman mayyeva vihitan hitan. So what he's telling you, go with complete faith, you go to a particular demigod and you receive material benediction. But please understand who gave the demigod that benediction? I gave it. So I am the one who's giving the fruits. Actually, it is not the demigod, but because you have developed faith in that demigod, I'm giving it through that agent. Yes. Next, antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavatyalpamedasham devam deva yajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. But please understand that the fruit which is bestowed by demigod through the demigod, it's antavat, it's temporary. And number two, alpamedha, fools or less intelligent people, they go to the demigods and get this fruit which is temporary. On the other hand, fruit which is bestowed by Krishna is permanent. Did Krishna offer material benediction to somebody?
Dhruva Maharaj.
Okay,
Dhruva
Dhruva Maharaj. All right. Nobody can, no, Dhruva means fixed.
Sudama,
Nobody could ever
Sudama also.
destroy Dhruva Maharaj at all, at any cost. Nobody could. Sudama, yeah. There is Sudama the florist. We read when Krishna enters Mathura. He says that you will have all material opulence in this life and even next life you will go back to God. He says that, you know. Even he offered material benediction to Kubja. He made Kubja, he was Trivakra, went in three places. He made a Kubja, fruit vendor lady. So all these benedictions are long lasting. So these people who get the material benediction from Krishna, they are not pain producing. Number one. On the other hand, the demigods, they give material benediction is pain producing, and even the candidate remains in this material world. He will not go back to God. Yes, so that's a problem. And then finally, Krishna speaks about who are actually very foolish, below everybody. They are the ones who surrender to the impersonal Brahman. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyante mam abuddheya. See, previous slok was alpa buddhi. Abuddhi means no intelligence. Alpa buddhi is at least little intelligence. Abuddhi means no intelligence. That's what he's calling the fellows who are surrendering to the impersonal Brahman. Param bhava majananto mama avyayam anuttamam. People don't know my nature properly. And thus they go and surrender to some impersonal Brahman. They are the worst of all categories. Worse than the miscreants also. Because they are apradhis. Avyaktim vyaktimapannam. They are deriding Krishna's personality. Yeah. So these are all the different types of surrender. In that one of the surrenders, so demigods are also accepted. Now what we need to understand here is there are some benefits of demigod worship. Three benefits. Number one, no, people don't, they are not whimsical. They accept some authority. Yes, you are accepting some authority. Number one, you don't consider yourself independent. So that's good. Number two, whenever any demigod's worship is performed, it always starts with the chanting of holy name of Lord. Harihi Om Tat Sat. It starts like that. So you are chanting the names of Hari through any demigod worship. And number three, at least somebody has taken shelter of a Vedic authority. So one comes and one studies the other portion of Veda. Okay, this chapter I'm studying the Vedas, or how to perform worship for Skanda or Kartikeya. Oh, let me study a little more. So he studies and says, oh, there is something beyond this. Yeah, there's a lot beyond this. Oh, ultimately somebody is to perform Krishna Bhakti. So gradually one may come to Krishna Bhakti. So that is why it is good in three ways. Yeah. At the same time, there is a problem with this. What is the problem? What is the problem with demigod worship? The problem with demigod worship is your heart doesn't get purified. There's no purification of one's heart. Three good things are there. At the same time, it has cons, pros and cons, both. The cons are your heart remains impure and you remain in this material world by keeping on enjoying lusty desires. Number two, the problem with the demigod worship is that a person who is performing this particular demigod worship, he or she, for that matter, will eventually, that's what we saw this time, that all the results that they endure is all temporary. We already saw that. They are temporary results and they eventually the results also get destroyed. Correct. That is why one should not approach the demigod. Number 3, this particular demigod worship process is a avidhi purvakam. This is not the proper vidhi. This is not the proper process. It is like bribing a government officer. A government officer is supposed to serve. He is a government servant. He is supposed to serve the citizens. But a person who is greedy to pass his tender fast or to get his work done fast, what the person does, he goes and bribes the government officer. Okay, so the government officer then takes the bribe and then later on puts your file first. The first clears of your file. So that's bribing a government officer. So that is why it is considered avidhi purvakam. This is not proper. Correct? Okay. We'll continue the purport and we'll complete it. So go back. Yes. So one more thing we need to understand, we may show our respect to the demigods, but the demigods are not worshipable. That means we don't need to worship them. This is one of the main things that we face in our preaching. How many of you agree? Especially in India, I'm talking about India, in India. Because people, they come to Hare Krishna, they like Hare Krishna Kirtan, they like Prasad, everything is wonderful. But they say, Prabhuji, but we have been worshipping this for 20 years. Last 25 years, we have been worshipping our Ganapati. We have the Shivalinga. We've been worshipping this for last 30 years. Yeah. How many of you seen the trio? There is Saraswati, Ganesh, and Lakshmi. 3 of them. They put this photo. We have been worshipping this, and I've been doing a lot of vratas and pujas and everyday agarbatti. What do? We can't just like that leave. They'll get angry with us. So what is the answer that you will give them? Anybody? What answer you will give?
Yeah, the watering.
Prabhuji, we may get the supreme protection once we surrender to the Lord.
Watering the root, Prabhuji.
Okay, watering the root. Very nice. Yatha taror moola nishechanena tripyanti tatskanda bhujopashaka pranopahara chaitendriyanam tataiva sarvahanam achyuteja. Correct. You water the root, you just worship Krishna, you're worshipping everything. Krishna is a root. Just like you feed the stomach, the entire body is nourished. You water the root of the tree, the entire tree is nourished. Very nice analogy, but some people still they don't very easily accept. Here, perfectly okay. Here, heart is someone not convinced. Many times. This philosophy, this is what you have to preach. Prabhupada says that. There's some Wali Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I was about to say, even the demigods, even if they get angry, if we stop worshipping, we'll get the ultimate benediction from Supreme Personality of the Godhead, and nothing can stand without him.
Why to displease the demigods? I will do Krishna also, demigods also. No? Then what will do? Yes, Rituparna Mata is saying Krishna Prasad. Give them Krishna Prasad and let them be happy. Finish. Don't give philosophy. Megha Mataji.
Prabhu, so I would say I've also tried saying that, about Ravana. I give the example of Ravana, that he was worshipping, Lord Shiva for so long, and he got this boon and everything. But at the end, when Ramji wanted to, kill him, that is when even Lord Shiva, when he went to Lord Shiva, he says that, I cannot, or Ravan went to Lord Shiva and said, why aren't you protecting me? And then he said, Lord Ram is my even guru, so how can I go above him? So that's one of the things. And also Lord Brahma's, when Hiranyakashipu. So I give these kinds of examples so that they can understand that.
Yes, we understand all this, but how can we stop? So this takes time. That's what.
This is, yes.
So what normally I advise is tough, because it's for the head perfect, for the heart difficult. So till the time they develop little more Shraddha in Krishna, they have to, because what is Shraddha? Shraddha shabde vishwasa koi sudhrida nishchay. Krishna bhakti kaile sarva karma krita hoy. You just do Krishna bhakti, everything else will be taken care of. This takes time. So what normally I tell is you make separate altar for demigods and keep them there. They say all the demigods already there on altar. Okay, make separate altar, very nice altar, brand new altar for Radha Krishna, Gaur Nitai, Jagannath Baldev, Subhadra, Panch Tattva, Narsingh Dev, Tulsi Maharani, Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, 6 Goswamis. Yes, you make separate, and this people agree. This is what people agree.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
as far as I've seen, many people, at least from my perspective, they believe Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Most of the people. But
They
still
will
they
improve.
worship the demigods.
That's what I'm trying to say, because the Shraddha is not yet developed. So to give them time. I've seen, if we chastise people for worshipping demigods, we say you're all demons, you're all rascals, they will never come to bhakti. On the other hand, you tell, okay, worship Krishna is obvious, we will not worship. Then eventually the Shraddha develops through Shravan, through Sangha, through Prasad, through Patan Bhagavatam, that develops. Then they will give the demigods to somebody who's not doing any worship. So people accept, you're right, Prabhu. People accept, people know, but they still have sentiments. We don't want to stop worshipping demigods. All right, no problem. You keep separate altar, and eventually when they develop the maturity, we go on. So for that purpose, I was telling. Okay, let's just complete the purpose, and there is a good news for all of you. This is the duty of perfect human being. Akama sarva kama we discussed. One was the shape of a human, but whose actions are nothing but for those of an animal, is called Nara-pashu or Dvipavada-pashu, a two-legged animal. Yes, this also we discussed. A human being who is not interested in Krishna consciousness is condemned herewith as a Nara-pashu. On the other hand, so Pashu is an animal, Nara-pashu, especially because of that Vishaya Trishna, because of which one becomes a Nara-pashu. So we discussed this much. Now what exactly should we become? Okay. So now we will discuss this particular song and we'll conclude. So this is what we need to do. Sarvasva tomara charane sampiya podechi tomara ghare tumi to ठाकुर तुम्हारा कुकुर बोलिया जान हो मोरे. So what is saying Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Sarvasva tumar. Yes, I surrender everything unto you, unto your lotus feet. Charane sampiya. I offer it to your lotus feet. Podechi tomara ghare. I throw myself at your house. That's the temple of Lord. Tumi to Thakur, you are my master. And who am I? Tumara kukur. I am your dog. Why here the analogy of dog is given? Because dog is very loyal. The dog never leaves his master. Bolia jano ho more. Please consider me like that. Bandiya nikate amar palibe rohibo tomar dware प्रतिपजने रे हासितना दिबो रखिबो गड़ेर पारे. See, you please tie me and keep me near you. Amara palibe. I will remain tied at your outside your house. Yes, roibo tumhare dware, at your gate, at your doors. Yes, pratipa janere asite na dibo. If some enemies try to come, I will bark and send them out. Rakibo gadere pare. Yes. So I'll be the one who will protect. Please make me such kind of watchdog. So this is the aspiration of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and this is what he's teaching all of us. Tava nija seva jana prasada seviya uchishta rakibe jaha amara bhojana parama anande pratidina habitaha. Every day, you don't please one may say that okay, if I keep a dog, my expenses will increase. I have to buy pedigree and all these products. He say, no, please don't increase any expense for me. Don't, I'm not very expensive. Whatever your devotees eat and they leave behind, I just will be satisfied with that. That is a Paramananda. You don't have to purchase pedigree and all dog products for me. Not required. You just give that. With that, I will remain. I'll feast on that blissfully. Boshiya shuiya tomar charane chintibo satatami नाचीते नाचीते निकट जाइबो जखन डाकिबे तुमी. See, I will always stay near you. I'll sit, sleep, do all my activities at your lotus feet. Yes, and I will constantly meditate on you. And whenever you call me, jakona dakibe tumi. Whenever you call, dancing, I will just dance and come near you. নিজের পোষণ কভো না ভাবিব রহিব ভাবের ভোরে ভকাতি বিনোদ তোমার পালক বলিয়া বরণ করে. बकाते विनोद तुम्हार पालक बोलिया वरण को रे. So I will never bother. I will never ever bother about my own nourishment. Kabhi na bhavibo. Rohibo bhaver bhore. And I'll just be absorbed in bhava, in bhakti, in ecstasy of your service. Yes, and you are my master, and I have spoken all these words to you as my only maintainer. That's what the Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is aspiring to be a Krsnera kukkura. Krishna is Thakur. Thakurji in North India. Whenever you address Krishna, they don't say Krishna by name. They say Thakurji, Thakurji. So Thakur is Krishna. So we all should aspire to follow in the footsteps of Acharyas, Mahajano Yena Gata Sapanta, and become. What should we become? We should become Krsnera kukur. So that is why I give the title of today's class as From Nara-pashu to Krsnera kukur. And that will come when we read the bhajans of Acharya. Once Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj was asked, I want to purchase Krishna Prem. How much do I have to pay? So Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj said 10 paisa. That's all you have to pay. And that person was dumbfounded. 10 paisa, I'll get Krishna. Yes. Please go to the shop and purchase Prarthana book of Narottam Das Thakur and Prema Bhakti Chandrika. Purchase these two books. Keep reading it. You will get Krishna Prema. So Acharya's bhajans are very potent. Narottam Das Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Lochan Das Thakur. Yes. So we read all these bhajans. We sing these bhajans. When we sing, now singing is very natural for the soul. Every walk is a dance in spiritual world. Yes. And every word is a song. Water is nectar. We hear this, right? In Brahma Samhita. That's the nature of spiritual world. So singing is something which is the very soul of the soul. So let's sing these bhajans and aspire to become Krsnera kukur. Because Maya has made us Nara-pashu till now. So let's sing these bhajans, let's chant, let's in association get blessings of all Vaishnavas and aspire to go ahead in this journey to finally become Krsnera kukur. The Lord accepts us. I'd like to close here. Thank you very much. I actually have to rush to another program. So the good news was I'm not going to take anything extra from all of you. I'll just take one question, if any, one question, one comment, then I have to run. I literally have to run. They have already come to pick me up.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dhanava Pranam. Beautiful class, Prabhu. Beautiful class, actually. On demigods, we can speak so much. We all love them, and then we all see them as the bhaktas of Krishna with what we said. Vinita Mataji, you have a question? You have a hand raised, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
She was participating in answer. Ram, if you've seen Pahlwans.
Okay.
She's not loaded.
Busy with the kids and stuff, so Matajis have always so many duties. So Bhagavati Vasudha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
One question I'll take, then I'll move.
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandasana, I can hear.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have also read somewhere in Srimad Bhagavatam that sometimes demigods are not happy when his devotee is making so much spiritual progress. He might get some impediments and they may try to delay the process of going back to Godhead. So, what would you like to tell about this? How do you
Definitely.
see?
I'll quote from Prabhupada's purport only. I'll quote something from Prabhupada's purport. I'll quote from Bhagavatam. This is 11th canto, 4th chapter. I think it should be sloka number 10. Huh?
Yes.
Sorry?
10.
Correct. You know this?
Yes.
Great.
That's
You're
why I
more
got
learned.
confused.
So learned.
No.
Demigods place many obstacles on the path of those who worship you to transcend the temporary abodes of the demigods and reach your supreme abode. Those who offer the demigods their assigned shares in sacrificial performances encounter no such obstacles. See, it's clear. But because you are the direct protector of your devotee, he is able to step over the head of whatever obstacle the demigods places before him. Now, when demigods are putting their obstacles, why they are doing so? Because that's how Apsaras came in picture. And his humor. Yeah. So very nice. So demigods, what they're doing is they're posing the obstacles. But the purpose they're posing, they'll put obstacles when they see that we are materially oriented. And that is to check if we are actually wanting Krishna. But if we are really Wanting pure devotional service, the demigods assist also. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kenchana. Sarver gunis tattva samasite sura. Who are suras? Suras are the demigods. When they see that this person is engaging his all senses and mind only in Krishna's service, they bless the devotees. They bless the devotees with all their good quality. They give their own good qualities to the devotees. So we hear that verse also. At 11:4:10. That is the verse. So they pose obstacles to whom? They pose obstacles to those who are materially oriented. They are having this. The purpose is to remove the materialism, nothing else. So you read the purport. The purport Krishna Chakriti Thakur's. I'm not having much time to explain. It's a beautiful purport. I knew this verse. I was going to quote this only. I think you're referring to this 11:4:10. Yeah. So you read the.
I didn't understand. That's why I got confused. How come in the first canto they are telling they helped, and now in 11th canto they are telling they made.
No.
So
They
now
help
I'm
only.
little bit
They help
understanding
only.
that it is.
But they test also. No? They test. See now, you read the purport. You'll be very clear. The demigods here state, we thought our dear Lord that we could disturb your consciousness by foolish tricks. But by your mercy, even your devotees pay a little regard to us. So why would you take our foolish behavior seriously? Got it, no? Correct? So Jiva Goswami continues, obstacles present by demigods form a kind of ladder or stairway upon which a devotee steadily progresses. Because these obstacles help us to deepen our consciousness. Whenever obstacles comes, what does Advaita Acharya tell in Chaitanya Bhagavat? Advaita Acharya speaks a very beautiful verse in Chaitanya Bhagavat. He says, Yata vigna ache sarva kinkara tomar tomare karita vigna shakti ache kar. Yatta vigna ache, all these obstacles, what are they? What are these obstacles? Sarva kinkara tomar, they are your servants only, my lord. They are your servants. Correct? And tomara karite vigna shakti ache kar. If the obstacles are your servants, when you are there, what these obstacles can do? What power they have? Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good news. I'll liberate all of you early and I will run. Thank you very much. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Bhagavatam ki jai. Panchakalpatarubhyascha. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji ki jai. So much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Radhe
Prabhu.
Radhe.
Hare Krishna.
Radhe,
Thank
Radhe.
you. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Radhe
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram.
Thank you.